But what I wanted to point out in this last stretch is how you see they acclimate you to it over time, okay, before it completely envelops you in all of its features. And so let me share my screen, and I'm going to go to an article that came out with the House and Home Journal not too long ago. So September 29th, at the Houston Home Journal, there was an article, City Approves Contract with Flock Camera Systems Benefiting Police Department. Now, I'm going to read you this article, and I want you to keep in mind, like, how local news outlets will report an issue like this versus how I'm communicating it to you. As you could tell, there is a sense of urgency in my voice. There is clearly an intent on my part to sound some alarms that should be going off. Okay. And again, I don't give a shit what these people think about me. I've always been an outlier anyway and thought of as kooky, but you guys know the saying, right? Smart motherfuckers look like crazy motherfuckers to dumb motherfuckers. But let me read you how local news reports on issues like this. So it's city approves contract with Flock Camera Systems benefiting police department. And so here's a nice image of, Chief Fisher in their crime lab minority report center from George Orwell's 1984. Okay. And let's see how they present this. Warner Robins, the city of Warner Robins recently approved a new software provider that will enhance investigative capabilities at the police department. At the September 15th meeting, City Council approved a partnership between the Warner Robins Police Department and Flock Safety. So this is well after February, okay? Department leadership said the current system will be gradually phased out with a complete transition by the end of the year. Okay. So keep in mind, this is after that city council meeting we visited in the beginning, after my email to council, no responses from any of the spineless councilmen who were probably, let's face it, told not to respond to me because there's some stuff in there about lawsuits and they might be breaking the law. So this is September 15th, not too long ago. Okay. That the Flock system that they were talking about, it's been phased out. And now we got a new phase of Flock. At the September 15th meeting, City Council approved a partnership between the Warner Robins Police Department and Flock Safety. Department leadership said the current system will be gradually phased out with a complete transition by the end of the year. Quote, we want to have an overlap so we don't have a gap in our capabilities. Best case scenario, we will be totally switched over from Fusus to Flock by the beginning of December, Captain Eric Gossman said. The department currently works with Fusus for digital video data in their real-time crime center, but the current system cannot fully integrate with the police's Flock camera system. This is due to Fusus's recent buyout from Axon, according to Gossman, who oversees the real-time crime center. So these are third-party corporations, for-profit corporations who are gathering this data and giving your cities subscriptions to their services. Just so you know. Quote, the customer service and the research and development and improvements ceased over the last couple years, and Flock has done things to make that platform a lot more robust, Gossman said. Initially, Gossman explained the city's Flock camera system was composed of automatic license plate readers that could identify a vehicle. This information is fed into the center, providing alerts for stolen cars and expired registrations, and linking vehicles to open warrants, emergency missing alerts, gang activity, or terrorism. With the new Flock software, the department can set up portable community partnership video cameras. The software can also search for vehicles without tags based on their descriptions. Quote, if you've got areas that you need covered or looking for coverage, but you can't get the partners, you can put up a solar-powered CCTV type camera. But it doesn't act as an automatic license plate recognition, he explained. The system also features a feature called, it also features a feature called Flock 911, which enables the real-time crime center and responding officers to listen to calls en route, reducing distractions while driving. Quote, the switch from Fusus to the Flock operating system will give us those 3 different additional tools to use and make a little more robust and functional. Hopefully, it will help us do things that we aren't currently doing, Gossman said. The system, Gossman said, is designed to have constant surveillance in fixed public locations, helping the department generate leads that can lead to solving more cases. Leads are also something that's in sales, right? The system is also valuable in verifying details from witness testimonies. Quote, there was a shooting where we had nothing to go on because the victims were a little less than forthcoming, Gossman said. Quote, when the victim and the suspect passed one of our donor locations, we were able to identify the car. As the department makes the switch, measuring the new system's success will rely on current metrics and the ability to solve cases, Gossman said. Quote, where we put cameras at, are they working the way they're supposed to? Are they adding to case resolutions or leads generated? Leads generated means basically, like I said, with the Houston County court system, it's monitoring for minor infractions so they can fine you. That's lead generation, okay? If I had to guess, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. We can move them if we don't find any value in their placement, he explained. Gossman explained that the camera system is only in use in public places and video footage is only retained for 30 days. The department has a series of checks and balances in place to ensure the camera system is used legally and ethically. Okay, let me stop right there. Okay, we're only going to violate your Fourth Amendment for 30 days, and we're only going to violate your Fourth Amendment legally and ethically. Okay, that's what that says. Nothing on Gossman, because I know that he was given the script, probably by a CEO at Flock and Fusus or whoever. But if you really cut through all the word salad, it's like, even if they only retain it for 30 days, which we know that the system retains it for as long as they want it to. All right, they might only have access to it for 30 days, but again, the AI God never sleeps and it never blinks. All right, so we're only going to violate your Fourth Amendment for 30 days, and we're going to make sure that we violate your Fourth Amendment ethically and legally. Quark. Anyway, in turn, the system is another way the department can proactively serve its community, Gossman mentioned. Quote, when we're investigating it, we get a clearer picture, so we're able to take action faster. Taking action faster and more accurately, we can hopefully prevent future victims of crime. So now we have pre-crime. So let's call in Tom Cruise and do a live action recording of Minority Report for pre-crime. God. According to council documents, the first year of software through Flock Safety would cost the department $53,500. Over the course of 5 years, the department would save $126,000 under the new agreement. Okay, so do you see how this was reported by your local news? Okay, and listen to me, guys. You guys know that I'm not anti-police, okay? Now, I have my thoughts on the police, but I know that the police forces are made up of individuals who have families and they're doing their jobs and all of that. And I am in no way not trying to make police officers unsafe on the job or whatever, okay? Look, we can have those discussions, over coffee. After you retire, clearly, because that's what every police officer who ever meets me says. I'd love to have coffee with you after I retire. And I'm like, well, why don't you have coffee now? Well, that's the job. But anyway, so you see what I'm talking about? How over time they've acclimated you to where now this AI system, it doesn't need to read your license plate. They can literally go to the computer and they can type in, whatever make and model with a dent. Okay. And that sounds great, right? And it all sounds great. And the public, I'm not slighting the police department. Their job is to sell you guys on this because it's one of their toys that they really want. So we have to keep in mind as responsible Americans that we actually have to take what police force or people with weapons and a monopoly on state violence say with a grain of salt. Not slighting the individual men and women who wear a badge, but as Americans, we have to take what they're saying with a grain of salt here, okay? Because history has shown that these devices and this type of surveillance is always misused, okay? Even though you could have the most well-intentioned people throughout the force, there's always one bad apple, and that's all it really takes. But I want you to see how it escalated. And last time I actually read this article, I thought there was something in here that said it connected to your social media. But anyway, it can do that, just so you guys know. But a lot of these phrases, I want you to kind of let it sink in your head. Lead generation, value. There's checks and balances to ensure the camera system is used legally and ethically. But it's like I said, you're okay. We're going to violate your Fourth Amendment legally and ethically. Trust us.
This episode of Downloaded Content is proudly sponsored by CanaSense Total Wellness. If you're 21 or older, CanaSense offers free membership, 25% off your first order, premium hemp-derived wellness products, and nationwide shipping delivered directly to your door. Joining takes just minutes at canasense.com. CanaSense is committed to making wellness simple, affordable, and accessible. Veterans and cancer survivors may qualify for additional discounts, and our team is always available to help you find the products that best fit your needs. Use Downloaded Content as your sponsor when joining free and get 25% off your first order. Visit canasense.com or call 1-833-633-4208 to get started today. CanaSense Total Wellness. Full spectrum wellness shipped nationwide.